Hi and welcome, I'm Melanie. So I'm on here today to talk about, should the divine feminine block their divine masculine? Because this is a dilemma that many, if not most divine feminines will face at some point on their journey. You may have done already. If not, it is something that will probably come up for you at some point on your journey. And this is a dilemma for the divine feminine because, of course, because of the abandonment issues, the divine feminine won't want to end any lines of communication. They will want to keep them open. And so I've just wanted to come on here today to give you all some guidance because this is a dilemma. As the divine feminine, you won't want to really be blocking the divine masculine because you will be feeling that you are ending something, that you are kind of letting them down, not being there for them. You will feel like you're not being loyal. You will feel that, it will be natural within you to feel that you want to keep all lines open. So if they come back, you can, because you won't want to lose them, especially when you're in that chasing energy. So yeah, I just wanted to come on here today to give you some guidance on this. And so, you could be wanting to block your divine masculine for many reasons. It could be that you are fed up with the comings and goings, the running and returning repeatedly, and the empty promises, your divine masculine may be coming in and saying, how they want to be with you, but, and they want to meet up with you, but, and there'll be all these kind of things. It could be that they've come in, they've triggered you with something they've said or done, the way they've behaved towards you, treated you, and it's triggered you. And so you may be angry, you may be resentful, you may be feeling betrayed. And so therefore, you may have a reaction to that, and that reaction could be, I want to block them, because you may be really angry about, whatever it is. So it could be that. It could be that you are finding it difficult them coming in and out, because you've decided to choose you. You've decided to stop all this coming and going. You're fed up with it. It's distracting you. You can't get on with your work and your healing. So you want to put a stop to it. So you want to block them. So you don't have that distraction in your life. Okay. And so what I want to say on this, I want to make it clear that it's about, and I've mentioned this before about things, it's about the energy behind it. It's about the reason behind it. Because if you are blocking your divine masculine because you are angry, resentful, you are feeling betrayed, and you are in that heavy fear-based emotions energy, all those fear-based emotions are coming up, you're in that energy and you're blocking them because of that. You are reacting to it from a place of fear, okay, from those fear-based energies. And so therefore blocking them, all you're doing is really blocking yourself, because what you're doing is you're blocking them out of fear. Okay, you're not doing it from a place of love, you're doing it from a place of fear. Because you're angry, you're feeling resentful, betrayed, any of those fear-based emotions. And so therefore you are in those fear-based emotions when you make that decision. And so therefore you'll just keep looping, because you'll be angry about it. And so because you're in those fear-based emotions, you'll be in the mind. Okay. And because you're in the mind, you will be replaying probably what they said, what they did, how they made you feel. And it will just keep you looping in that. Okay. And so therefore, if it's coming from this sort of place, it's best not to block them, because you're blocking yourself, really, and because you're just going to stay there looping. Okay, you're just going to stay looping. You'll be in that energy. Okay, at that point, if they've come in, they've triggered you, and you're angry about something, then the best thing for you to do is to look at what that trigger is. Look at why you're angry. Instead of blocking them out of anger, look at why they've made you angry. Why are you being triggered? What is it that they're doing? What have they done? Where does that come from? Where have you felt that before? Where can you trace that back to? Because you would have had this before. You would have felt like that. That's why it's triggering you, because it's an issue for you, whatever it was. So if it's a trigger and it's making you angry, which if it's making you angry, you're being triggered, then you need to look at why. Okay, you need to look at why it is. And even if it's because it's out of frustration, because they're coming and going, and you're getting fed up with it. If you're feeling those fear-based emotions, you need to look at where they're coming from. Okay, why? So use that, okay, to do some work on yourself. Okay, instead of just blocking them, use that to do some work on yourself. Because of course, if you're blocking them and they're coming in to trigger you, okay, then there's a reason for that. There's a reason they're coming in. They can come in on a physical level, on an energetic level, to trigger you. And if you are being triggered, you need to look at why. Okay, because there's a reason for that. Okay, mirroring and triggering is going to lead you to something that you need to heal. Okay. However, if you are wanting to block them because you're at a place where you really want to choose you, and you're not doing it out of anger. You're not doing it because you're in those fear-based emotions. You're doing it because you go, do you know what? I really want to start working on myself, but when they keep coming back in and out, it's a distraction for me. So I want to put a stop to that, because I really want to choose me. I really want to start working on myself, and I can't all the time. They keep coming back in, because of course it can be a distraction. You may not have had any arguments, there may not be any bitterness or resentment, but you may just want to get to work on yourself. And it can be a distraction, of course, because it can lead you back into that chasing energy. And if you have got to that place where you are choosing you, then absolutely it's okay to block them, because this way around you are choosing you. It's coming from a place of love, for self-love, self-care. Okay, you're doing it so you can get to work on yourself out of love for yourself. So if it's through this, then it's absolutely fine, because again, like I said earlier, it's about the energy behind why you are doing something. It's better to respond to something rather than react to something. Okay, when you are in those fear-based emotions, you're reacting. It's kind of a knee-jerk reaction. You're angry and you want to block them. Yeah. When you are in that karma energy and you're choosing you're going, okay, look, nothing's happened. We've not had an argument. We've not fallen out. I'm not angry, but I need to put a stop to all the comings and goings for my sake, for my benefit, so I can get to work on myself. You're coming from a place of self-love. And so that's absolutely fine. Remember, it's always the energy behind things. Always think, this journey isn't about coming from the mind. It's not about coming from a place of fear or any of those fear-based emotions. It's about coming from a place of love. Okay. And so remember, if you are doing it for you to make progress, to move forward, you're doing it for self-care and self-love, then that's absolutely fine. Because after all, that's what this journey is about at the end of the day. It's about you as the divine feminine coming home to yourself, showing yourself that love, okay? Knowing that you have that within you, and it's about you coming home to that. So I just wanted to come on here today to really give you some guidance and clarity on whether you should block your divine masculine or not. Anyway, that's all from me today. If you need some more help, guidance, and support, please head over to my website. You'll find everything there, my one-to-one coaching, my free discovery call. Anyway, I thank you so much for watching. Bye for now, and blessed be.